Hello and welcome to SkeeterJones Things. I'm Misty, and in this video I'll be showing you items that I got in an America's Thrift Supply 5-pound mystery jewelry supply box. But before we get into it, I would like to ask you that if you enjoy the content that you like and share, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I put up new videos. And I love to engage with my viewers and subscribers in the comments section. If you see anything in this video that you'd like to order, you can email me at SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com. Include the video name, the item number, and a brief description, your PayPal email address, and then here are some things to keep in mind so that you can make an informed purchasing decision. Alright, and before we get into actually the items in this box, I wanted to go over a few things that are not related to this box. One is this bracelet that I picked up at an estate sale. It's a Monet bracelet that I don't know if it's vintage or not. If it is vintage, it was not worn. It has this really pretty rope texture on the outside, and it's even textured on the inside here as well. It has a fold-over clasp that is very secure, and it's got a safety chain with a spring ring closure so you can open up wider. If you're not able to fit it over your hand with the chain in place, you can undo the chain. And then it is marked here on the bracelet itself and on the clasp, Monet. There, it's upside down, but there's the mark on both the bracelet and the clasp. And it's in excellent condition. The gold tone is not rubbed off at all. Let me give you a close-up of this. It's just really pretty. And this is actually up in my eBay listings right now. I just listed it today. And there it is. See that pretty texture? And let's see if I can show you the mark while we're at it right there. It's chunky enough that it can be considered, I guess, a statement bracelet, but by no means gaudy. It's very classic and refined looking, and it's a pretty shade of gold as well. Just wanted to let you know that that's up on my eBay page, and I'll give better pricing to my viewers and subscribers. So just contact me through email, SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com, if you're interested in that. If you want to see the listing, the link to my eBay page is in my YouTube profile. And then next off, I wanted to show you a couple of things from my last video. One of them being this necklace here. I did further research on it, and it came up as lots of different things. White howlite, white turquoise, marble slab, which I'm certain it's not, white jade. It came up being all sorts of things. My Presidium tested it during that video, I believe, as jade, which was pretty odd because so many things in that video tested to be jade. But that's another story. So this came up as so many different things, and then as far as pricing goes, comps on comps on eBay and on Poshmark showed it around $8 to $10, but you could tell by the terminology that was used in those listings that the person listing it wasn't really sure of what they had. But if you look at listings where they deal more in jewelry and they're more knowledgeable about what they're listing, and you can tell that just by the terminology they use in the listing, they're pricing it anywhere from $50 up to $75. So there's more research to be done here. I want to find out exactly what this is, but it is up for sale, and it is item 32 on the Shells and Gemstones video, and I do not have to find out exactly what it is before I sell it. It is available right now. If you're interested in that, you can just contact me by email. And the same goes for this. It is up for sale, even though I have more research to do on it. It tested jade, which comes in quite a variety of colors. This is black or either a very dark green. It's very hard to tell depending on the light you're looking at. The cord is leather, and the findings are sterling. And these, again, you can tell how much the person listing it knows about it by the terminology they use in the listing. On eBay and Poshmark, these are listed for about $8 to $10, but on other places like Etsy and jewelry reselling platforms, it's anywhere from $50 to $100 up into the thousands. So I really want to know what this is and what makes it get such a price on those other platforms. I don't know if it is Silpada. Silpada has had similar little stamps and markings like this on their crimps, and there's no other marking on this necklace to indicate a maker, so I really don't know if this is a Silpada piece or not. Not that that would really affect the value. I think the value comes from the fact that it is black jade, not so much from the maker. But I'll do more research on that. It is number 33 in the Shells and Gemstones video, but you can contact me now if you're interested in that. So here is my 5-pound America's Thrift Supply box. It was $33.99 with shipping and tax. It came to $47.05. So hopefully I can make back what I put into it. We will see. I always like getting into these and just learning new things. Like, you know, what I'm learning about, for example, the last 2 necklaces I showed you. You just learn so much about styles and designs and makers and different stones. There's just so much to learn. I would be a professional student if possible, but that doesn't pay very well, so I'm doing this instead. This is a velvet choker. It is signed NY, and I will just put that into craft. It's clean, and it could be made into something very nicely if you had a little pendant or something to put on that. But I will just put that into craft. This is really dirty, and something is supposed to be there, so that goes to craft. Okay, here we have a faux suede little tassel with a snap. Maybe it was a purse charm that feels like plastic. That'll go to craft. This is not looking great so far. Let's see. Little broken bit. That'll go to craft. Okay, these are pretty. Oh, how sweet. These are sweet little cameo earrings. Very dainty and small. They are a 2-inch drop. They have a little gold tone bow and gold tone hooks. And a little black. It's probably some kind of resin that the cameos are made of. I do not see a signature, and they appear to be new on the card. There's a little bit of scratch, but you know that can happen even hanging on a display shelf in a store. That I don't know if you can see that amount of scratching there. If you just are in a store ever and you just look at the backs of the earrings there, the ones that have actually been there a while, maybe you look at the clearance section especially, and it'll have that light scratching just from being on display for a while. But we have our first item right here, item number 1, cameo earrings. That's a great start, especially considering that we had those. I thought we were about to have a lot of crafty stuff. Now, speaking of crafty stuff, it's a clamper that's got a nice spring to it, but something used to be there, and it's got lots of wear on the silver tone. So that will just go to craft. Got a sweet little mouse. The red rhinestone eye. And no one gets credit for him. That's a thing with me. When there's something that's just really cute that you know somebody had to use their hands to make, even if it's not, you know, what we would call handmade. Like a machine probably did not put that little stone there. Someone probably had to glue that in. But I don't know. I think people should be able to get credit. Or at least a company name should be able to get credit. They should sign their work. Anyway, little mouse. That was a bit of a tangent. The little mouse is about 1.25 inches long, about 1.5 inches long, and he's a pin. The pin works, and it's, I think this is that called a C clasp that rotates like that? He is probably vintage from that, judging from that clasp, and he is item 2. We'll just say mouse pin. And let's see here, a marked, what looks like vintage earring. Let's see, so I don't have to focus my phone back and forth. Bergère, B-E-R-G-E-R-E, Bergère. I don't know that brand, but this is very clearly a vintage earring, vintage clip earring. It is missing a little, probably a little pearl right there. It looks really nice. It has a little wear, but not more than you would expect for a vintage clip-on. We'll set that aside and see if we get a mate for it. This is going to go to craft. This is, I know what this is. I used to wear one of these. This is a little vase pin. I'm going to sit it aside to test for sterling. Let's go ahead and stick the magnet to it, actually. No. So I'm going to set that aside to test for sterling. But what this is, you put a little water in the bottom and you set your flower in there. I used to wear one of these to work. I worked at one of those historical interpretation places, and it was set during colonial America, and the character I portrayed wore one of these, and so I know, that's how I know what this is. So I will set that aside, and when we have a pile of things to test, then we will test that. Okay, this has nice spring to it, and oh, I know what this is. Okay, it's a bracelet. It has a little bit of scratching on it, and you can hang it on your purse strap, or you can wear it as a bracelet, but it's got these little pads right here, and it is Fumi, I think. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but what this is you hang it on a table. Like if this is the edge of the table, you hang it on the table, and then this part comes down, and you hang your purse strap here so that your purse doesn't sit on the floor at the restaurant or the bar or wherever you happen to be. So that's what this is. Fumi bracelet, item 3. And actually Fumi is an acronym. I just cannot remember what that stands for. I'm almost certain that's an acronym. But Fumi bracelet, item 3. Okay, here's another one of these, and it looks just like the other one. It will go to craft. Okay, we have a glass and gunmetal bracelet, not bracelet, necklace. Okay, I can fix this. It just looks like the chain got separated. Yeah. And I can take my pliers, my needle nose pliers, and bend that down so it won't come apart again. This necklace has a 18-inch drop, and the extender is nice and long, about 3.5 inches long. And you have these beads of all of these shades of purple and lavender, some AB. These silver ones are plastic, but that's pretty. These little tiger stripe ones are glass with little iridescent coating, and then these are glass. That's really pretty with all these different shades of purple. And it's nice and long. You could double it up. So we'll say purple glass bead necklace. That will be item 4. Hopefully that won't be a problem in this video. With I bumped the camera a lot in some previous videos. I'm trying to be more aware and not do that. Let's see, these are some hoop earrings which are signed. Let's see. I can't make my my loop here show up well on the screen, so please forgive me for that. The mark is JJG. I am not familiar with that mark, but it is not stamped for sterling or gold, so I believe these are just gold tone hoops marked JJG, which I will look up that brand. If you know that brand, I always love learning, and I would love to engage in the comments with you if you know what the brand JJG is. Meanwhile, these will be item 5. We'll just say JJG gold tone hoops. Okay, this, and I'm going to test that. And here's a little bit of a tangle. I might have to get out my, oh no, I thought I was going to have to get my needles out for that. You should always have a set of upholstery needles. They're only $1 or $2, and you should definitely keep some handy when you are going through a jewelry box. They are indispensable for getting out tangled chains. See, that will go to craft. These are some bangle bracelets that are about 8 inches. Yeah, 8 inches. And I will test those for sterling. That's really pretty. That reminds me of 1928. Yeah. And it has the little swirls on back. I don't see a 1928 stamp, but 1928 jewelry has these little swirls on the back. I'm not sure if that is their signature swirl, but it does remind me of that. We'll set that aside and see if we get a mate for that. Okay, we have a necklace. Well, we have a tangle. That's what we have. We have a tangle. I really appreciate my subscribers. I've had a few new subscribers come on, and I really appreciate you being here. That is, that's not just cliche. I really do appreciate that. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm really enjoying this hobby, and as I get more subscribers, I'll be able to do a little more. When I meet the minimum requirement for number of subscribers, I'll be able to do a live show, and I would really love to do that and engage with you in that way. So yeah, if you know people who you think might enjoy this content, pass this along to them. Give me a share, and see if you can get them to subscribe as well, and then we can do that live show. Okay, this one is also 8 inches. This looks like it's probably a set, and I will probably keep those together as a set. I'll test those at the same time with all the other suspects that look like they may also be sterling. Actually, I've started testing nearly everything that is silver colored, because I've had quite a few surprises. Let's see. This is some kind of little stone. It could just be glass. I don't see any marks on it, but we'll see if that gets a mate. Little glass bead, jump ring, some little gold tone, beads, lots of loose beads here. Those will all go to craft. Okay, that's pretty. A little smoky colored stone, gold tone with a it has the foil on the back to enhance the sparkle. That's how you know it's glass or a rhinestone. Well, that's not how you know, but it is one of the first signs. Don't let anyone try to pass off something to you as a genuine stone if it's got silver coating on the back. It is just glass, because an actual stone will be kind of radiant on its own. If it's foiled on the back, that is a sign of not a genuine stone. And this looks like a vintage earring. It looks kind of like a little dandelion. We'll see if that has a match, and then once it gets matched, we will probably test that for sterling. Okay, here's a nice tangle. Let's get the needles and see if we can take care of that. I haven't ever had this technique to not work. This has worked every time I've ever tried it, and I have been doing it for years. Sometimes it does take longer than others, but I've never had it to not work. I've gotten chains that just looked hopelessly tangled, untangled, with a pair of upholstery needles. You get it separated, get the little strands and chains separated enough so that you can get your fingers between them, and then you're able to get them apart a lot faster than if you just tried to do it by hand. And undoing the clasps will help too. Okay, let's see what we have right here. Okay, I think this is just a gold tone. It is. This is just a gold tone little chain. It's got an extender that's a couple of inches long. Spring ring closure. Oops, I thought I had that clipped together. Okay, it looks like the... Okay, there it is. If you get this, the clasp does not close automatically. You have to kind of push it shut. Well, actually, I think now it does. Okay, it does now, so never mind that. Okay, let's get my needle out of the way. I don't want to lose that. The drop on this is 7 inches. And then to the bottom of the little circle, that would be 8 inches. But 7 inches on the drop of the necklace, and then you can add up to 2 more inches with the extender. We'll say silver tone circle pendant, or excuse me, gold tone circle pendant, item 6. Here's another one of those beads. I'll deal with that in a moment. Let's get this owl loose. He's cute. Okay, this little owl with these little black stone eyes. He's gold tone. This nice chain with the little stations on it. No wear, gold tone chain. Lobster claw clasp. And he's got a nice extender that's about 3 inches long. Yeah, that extender is 3 inches long. 8.5 inches on the drop of the necklace, and 9.5 down to the bottom of the owl. That's really pretty. Just a cute little piece if you like owls. So owl pendant, gold tone owl pendant, item 7. And here's a pretty pendant with a maker on it. Let's see what that says. I believe that says Avon. But it's upside down. Yes, this is Avon, so it's a gold tone pendant with a little faux opal and a little rhinestone. Very classic, very classy. The chain looks nice, looks really nice actually. No wear on the chain, no wear on the pendant. The pendant's also signed. I don't know if you can see that, but the pendant's signed also. And there is an extender. Let's see, the drop is about 9 inches, and then you have about a 2-inch extender. So Avon Faux Opal Pendant, item 8. Oh, before I dive into something else, I wanted to get, oh, here's another obvious craft piece. Then I wanted to get to this other tangle. Some people just enjoy untangling chains because they find it relaxing. I'm actually considering getting a box, which you can get from like Shop Goodwill, or I think actually Shop Goodwill is the only place I've seen it, where you can actually get just a box of tangled jewelry. And I think people order those just because they enjoy untangling it. I'm looking for a clasp I can open. This one's already open here. Looks like we've got some tassels in here. There's already an open clasp there. Let's see what I can get separate by hand at this point. Looks like we have another owl pendant. There's a lot going on in this tangle. What the needles can do, sometimes when you're just pulling on it by hand, you can actually just make the tangle tighter. So the needles can get down between the chains and get them separated apart so that you can get your hands in there and get it separated without making the tangle tighter. Okay. I think we're starting to get somewhere with this. Okay. Maybe we're getting somewhere with this. I may have to set it aside just for the sake of making forward progress with the video, and then come back to this little tangle later. I think I just might do that. I was hoping to get this little owl free so I could show that to everyone. I hate not letting everybody see something just because I couldn't get it tangled quickly enough to make the video go at a good pace. The upholstery needle approach works. That technique works. It has worked for me every time I've ever used it. However, it's not always a fast process. Okay. This tassel is very interesting to me also. I think we might have to put this aside. I'm just going to untangle that and come back to it. Okay, this is a faux pearl and gold tone earring, which we'll set that aside for a mate, as we will this Christmas bow earring. And this looks like copper. We'll look for a mate on that also. A silver tone, this is kind of small, silver tone bracelet with rhinestones. It looks like all of the rhinestones appear to be there. That is an 8-inch measure. Rhinestone silver tone bracelet, item 9. I'm sorry I had to kind of give up on, well, not give up, but put on pause the untangling. I just wanted to be able to get to everything else in the lot. So maybe when we get to the end of everything, these will go to craft. Maybe when we get to the end of everything, I will get back to that untangling. I bet this went with, where was that thing? I bet that goes together. Yeah. Okay. But it goes to craft. And I see something. I have some more of those right here, which will also go to craft. And then this jumps out. This is very, this screams, look at me. You just can't look away. It's a 3-inch hoop. Kind of Christmassy because it's tinsel, but it's not Christmassy colors. So we'll just call those tinsel, orange tinsel earrings, item 10. Okay, we have lots of things left to get to. I hope I didn't spend too much time on those, on that untangling attempt. These are little crystal earrings, all glass stones, new on the card. They are about 2 inches long. They're really pretty. They look like little bunches of grapes. Item 11, it's a crystal drop earrings. And this is, well, a couple of things for craft. Looks like a broken piece of a bracelet. And then a strap to maybe a wristlet. That will go to craft. I'm having to shift around because I'm sitting on the floor. I don't have a very professional setup with a desk and a nice tall tripod and all that. So you make do, right? Okay, these are little black acrylic stones and gold tone. Hopefully that will have a mate. Auburn bracelet, that's for Auburn University. Their colors are orange and blue. And that will go to craft. That's pretty. That has some things I want to test. Yeah, that has some gemstones. I'm going to get the Presidium out when I have a few things to test, and we'll do them all at the same time. This has sort of that Kendra Scott look to it. I don't think it is a Kendra Scott piece, though. This is a metallic leather, faux leather. That's a faux leather. So silver faux leather choker. That will be item 12. Crystal bracelet with some really pretty AB multicolored crystal beads, but that stretch is not very good. It's going to give out any day. So that will go to craft. This is interesting. We'll look at that in a minute. Oh, there's another one. Okay, we'll look at those in a minute. Oh, and here's the mate. So we will get to those as well. I already had my attention on this necklace. Okay, this is pretty. Oh, hammered gold tone discs. Has a drop. A 3-inch drop on it, on the extender, that is, a 3-inch extender. The drop on the necklace is 7.5, and then you can make it up to about 3 inches longer, so from 7 to 10 inches with the extender, and then about another inch or so on the length of the bottommost disc. So that is a hammered gold tone necklace. This is what it looks like on. That's really pretty. And that will be item 13, which we will call hammered, or gold tone hammered disc necklace. Item 13. Okay, here's another one of these little stackable bangles. And here's another one. And how many will there be? Okay, let's look at these little copper earrings, or I should say big copper earrings. Let's see, they are about 2.5 inches long, about 1.5 inches wide, and they don't have a signature on them that I can see, so nobody gets credit for that. All 3 layers are separate from each other, and they have a little bit of movement to them, and those are really nice. And those will be 14. We'll say copper clip earrings. United States Army. It's a little snap or something. I can't really tell what that is. I will put that into craft. And here's a match to, oh, I forgot about those, but I did find a match for this. Gold tone with these black acrylic stones. Let's see, they are 2 inches long. And they look nice. They look like they're in really good shape. The gold tone isn't worn off. And those are pretty. So we'll say gold tone and black rhinestone earrings, item 5, or 15. Okay, these are large and in charge, as they used to say in the 90s. love is what they say. These really enormous hoop earrings. They are 3.5 inches gold tone hoops. So large gold tone love hoops. That'll be the name of that for item 16. Okay. Here is another pretty necklace that will need some gem testing. This is pretty. It kind of reminds me of Chico's. And it has a maker's tag on it that says Chico's. Okay. So yeah, I want to test those. Well, that feels like plastic, but this is a stone. These brown ones here are a stone. And this looks like copper, like patinaed copper. It doesn't look like verdigris. It looks like it was made to be that way. It is some kind of metal. So we'll test that at the same time we test this other one. Okay, this will go to craft. It obviously used to have something here in the middle of this pendant, and the chain has a good amount of wear. So that's going to go to craft. Oh, that's pretty. Hopefully that has a mate. That's really pretty. Okay, here we have a 1. Oh, wait. It's a 1 and a 0. 10. So if 10 is significant to you in some way, this might be the necklace for you. It has this ball chain with the ball chain closure. It is about 8¼ inches long. And we'll just call that the 10 necklace for item number 17. Okay, here is a green cat's eye. Maybe bracelet, maybe anklet. With a measurement of 9.5, 9¼ you could wear it as either way you wanted to try it. I want to test that metal, and I want to test that stone too. So I'm going to put this right here to be tested, and I'm going to test this as well. I'm trying something out where I'm going to do all my testing at the end of the video. I think that may save time, although I lost a good bit of time on this tangle here, but maybe there'll be time at the end of the video for doing that. Okay, this is some sort of mixed metals, or it might not be mixed metals. This might just all be copper, but that's a really pretty sort of rope bracelet. I'll test that. And here's another one of these. This is a little plastic bead with a moon dangly. We'll put that into craft, and this will go into craft. And here is a match to this guy. So let's look a little further at what this is. There's not a signature on it. Nope, there's no signature. Nobody gets the credit for this, but they're really, really pretty. You have these little white rhinestones, little faux pearls at the bottom. They have sort of a, I don't know, that Bollywood look, but they're really small. They're not large like you think of with the Bollywood type jewelry. A little Victorian-esque maybe. So we'll just call these Victorian style earrings They're about 1.5 inches long. We'll just say silver tone Victorian style earrings, number 18. Okay, and this looks like, and it is, Marjorie Bear. That's what that Bear SF means right there. If I can make that focus enough for you to see it. Marjorie Bear has, I don't know if that's the only style she makes. It's the only style I've ever seen of this sort of modernist, industrial looking copper jewelry. Some of it will have onyx in it as well. And it's a really neat look. And some of them are kind of like steampunk looking. But it's just a neat style that she has. This has a drop of 11.5 inches plus a almost 4-inch extender and this sort of serpentine chain. This is copper, and I already know that because I've already researched Marjorie Bear a good bit. I came across a lot of Marjorie Bear earrings at an estate sale a while back, and that's when I launched into researching her and her designs. So I already know that this is going to be copper. So Marjorie Bear Modernist necklace, copper necklace, number 19. Okay, that will go to craft. This is a Betsy Johnson. There's a little BJ for Betsy Johnson. The stretch, unfortunately, is not awesome. Oh no, because this is a really cute piece. You've got these little roses in these kind of bluish purple rhinestones, which will make some great crafting pieces for someone, because that stretch is just not any good. So Betsy goes to craft. Okay, here are a lot of these little red beads. So there's a broken necklace somewhere in here. Okay, and we found the match here to this little guy. These are just some AB beads. I'm not going to test those. So we'll say lavender crystal earrings, item 20. Okay, this looks very 80s. Acrylic circle with, let me see if I can fix that post. Yes. So these little acrylic blue circle with gold tone at the top. See if that oh, it does have a mate. There it is. So those look very, very 80s. So we'll say blue acrylic earrings, number 21, and I'll put backs on those if somebody wants to order those. So blue acrylic earrings, 21. Oh, let me give you a size on those. They are 2 inches long, 1.5 inch wide. Blue acrylic earrings, number 21. So thank you for joining me and coming along on this journey. I'm relatively new at this, so I've already gotten feedback from some viewers, which I appreciate. I really appreciate people being kind with their comments when they're giving feedback about what could be done better. As my grandma always said, honey catches more flies than vinegar. So really appreciate people being kind with their comments. Here are some kind of hammered gold tone earrings, teardrop shaped, with the black little acrylic stone in the center. They are 2 inches long, and the gold tone looks really nice. There's no wear really that I can see on these. Some very light superficial scratching just right on the surface of the stones, if you can see that. That's very light though. So these will just be hammered gold tone earrings, number 22. Let's see if we can get a better angle on the camera. Okay, what is this? Okay, that is an earring. This looks like pieces of dyed shell. That is red coral. I had a red coral necklace in my shells and gemstones video with these really large pieces of polished red coral. Okay, but that's pretty. This is shell and coral. Hopefully it'll have a match. Some more beads. Okay, this is what I was getting to here. Okay, this is, oh, I think I know what this is going to be with this hoop here. I believe these little ends probably go through that hoop to close this. But we'll have to get it untangled to see if that's what we've got on our hands. Like a, what would you call that? Like a lariat? Not a bolo. I think it would be called a lariat. I've heard some people say that they enjoy the sounds of the jewelry as people unbox these hauls that they get. Okay, I think we are almost to the end of this little project. There we go. Yes, and I think that's what this is. I believe these go through this hoop like that, and that's how this necklace is worn. So I don't know how to give a drop measurement on that. It's 14 inches from here to here if you wear it with this much hanging out. And this is leather. This cord is leather, and I'm going to test this metal to see if that is sterling. So I'll put that over there, and then while I'm looking at that, I spotted this, some kind of stone that's wrapped in wire that could be sterling wire. So we'll put that here to test with our other gemstones. And then I'll put this to see if it has a mate, and this to see if it has one. I have lots of singles. That is probably a piece of amethyst. Okay, gold tone dangle earrings, very lightweight, no marks. So we'll just call these gold tone dangle earrings, item 23. This looks like sterling. It's sort of a, I don't know, serpentine rope chain. I'm going to test that. Okay, this is just a long chain that looks like it's probably stainless, like stainless steel. It has lobster claw on both ends. I don't see any wear on it. I don't see any wear at all on this. Okay, so let's give a drop measurement. It's kind of long. 24 inches. And we'll just say, I'll call this stainless steel chain. Stainless steel chain, item 24. Okay, crosses and little plastic beads and crosses. The crosses are metal, the little beads are plastic. And the crosses are probably silver tone. It's a toggle closure bracelet that has a little box here. Sometimes these open. This one does not appear to open. The size on this is 7. So we'll say silver tone cross bracelet, item 25. This looks like it came off of someone's chandelier. That'll go to craft. Oh, here's the match to that earring. So we'll test that when we test our gems. Here is a cute bracelet with a toggle on it. This is cute. It is about 7.5 or 7 3/4. The little glass, little glass heart. I think that's plastic. No, it's glass. And gold tone chain, which seems to be in nice shape, with a little toggle closure. A little bit of wear, but nothing serious. It's cute and sweet. We'll just say heart toggle bracelet, item 26. Okay, this looks more like Bollywood or kind of boho, sort of hippie. Oh, and there's, yeah, that's the match to that. Yeah, I would call that maybe hippie or boho. We'll call them hippie earrings for the purposes of the video. That's about 2 3/4 inch long, about 1.5 inches wide, with different little stones, and it looks like all the stones are there. They're very colorful and pretty. These would be nice to wear to your music festival. They're not super heavy. They're not super light either, but they're not extremely heavy. And we'll call those hippie earrings for number 27. Okay, what is this? Oh, here's another glass bead. That'll go to craft. And here's the other Christmas bow necklace, or earring, stuck on the necklace. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and say gold tone Christmas bow earrings, and that's exactly what they look like, is a little Christmas bow. And they are tiny. They're 1 inch across with little gold tone hooks. Those would be nice to wear to your Christmas party in a few months. Number 28, Christmas bow earrings. These look like they're straight from the 60s. I should say this looks like it is straight. Oh, no, there it is. Right there. There's the match. That's not very focused. So, little button style earrings. They either have a little schmutz on them or some scratching. No, that's coming off. That's a little bit of dirt. Okay, little green button vintage earrings. They look nice as far as wear goes. I don't see a name on them though. So we'll just say vintage green button earrings. They are about 1 inch across. Number 29. And now this is what I was picking up when I spotted those. This fun little, look how fun, little puffy heart necklace with yellow and orange and red little beads in between. The gold tone here actually feels like plastic. It doesn't feel like metal. Let's see what that looks like on. That's what that looks like on. That's cute. And the drop on it is about 8 inches. It's about 12 inches down to the bottom of the heart. Let's say gold tone, puffy heart necklace, number 30. Okay, this looks like it's from the 80s as well. What else did we say was from the 80s? Oh, those blue circles. Okay, this looks like it's from the 80s. Maybe it'll have a mate. I can't remember if I've already looked at this one or not. Like a smoky colored. Oh yeah, because we talked about the foil on the back, I think. Okay, we're nearing the end. Okay, we'll test the butterfly. I'm being attacked by these red beads all over the place. Okay, this guy has a mate now. These are faux pearls, little gold tone, glittery post with a dangly pearl, dangly faux pearl. No maker's mark on those. Those are really classy looking. An inch long from the top of the little disc to the bottom of the pearl. Those are really pretty. Just understated and classy, but fun with a little bit of glitter on there. Not glitter, but just sparkle. And that will be number 31. We'll just call those faux pearl drop earrings, number 31. And this is a pretty brooch. The rhinestones on it. Glass rhinestones or acrylic. Little open backs. The closure appears to be in nice shape. And that's really pretty. It's shades of green and gold, this kind of smoky color. And it is 2 inches across. That's a really pretty brooch. We'll just say green and gold rhinestone brooch, number 32. This is a shell chip with barrel clasp. This could be an anklet or a bracelet, maybe, depending on what you prefer to wear it as. I would say this is probably a 9. Probably could be like a 9.5. But with the shell on it, you wouldn't want the edges of the shell poking into your skin. So I would say more call this a 9 or a 9.25. So it might fit too tightly and the shells could poke you if you tried to call this at a 9.5. But we'll call this white shell chip bracelet for number 33. And there's a necklace actually that would match that in my gemstones and shells video, if you want to check that out. Okay, sterling silver. We won't test this because it's carded and apparently has never been removed from the card. And it has been on the card long enough that it's yellow, and you can just tell by the print and made in USA. This is old. Little top hat. Let's zoom in so you can appreciate this one. Well, gloves, top hat, and cane. Actually, it looks like it says something. It does, but I'm not going to try to give you vertigo by looking through that. Let me get my loop. Okay, I'm gonna have to research this. This is a very old piece. So I'm going to research this one some more, and I'll get back to it in another video. The little top hat and gloves. Or if you happen to know about it, I would be glad to hear what you know. But for right now, I will set that one aside. Someplace where I won't lose it. Okay. Wooden elastic bracelet. The stretch is really nice, but it's just little wooden beads, so I'll put it in craft. Okay, here is I heard someone call this a bolo bracelet because of that little way you adjust it right there. Has a little feather on it. Brown cord. And the feather is gold tone. And just a little bit of gold is worn off the very edges of the feather. So we will say feather bolo bracelet 34. Okay, here's a little bug. Oh, he's missing a stone. You'll have to go to craft. I do want to see what that metal is though, so I'm going to test him. This is a very unusual chain. I've never seen this kind of link before. And it's very, I don't know what adjective to call that. It's very slinky. That's not going to be sterling. So I can just tell by the feel of it and the weight of it. So I'll go ahead and give you a drop measurement on that. It is 8 inches on the drop with a 3.5 inch extender. And if you know what kind of link this is, I would love for you to share that with me. There's not, let me look. No, there's not a maker that I can see on this. No. So we'll just call this Silver Slinky Necklace. And I would love to know the name of that link if anyone knows what that would be called. Number 35, Silver Tone Slinky Necklace. Okay, these are very clearly vintage. They have some kind of mark. Okay, they just have a patent pending mark. And that's just because the maker maybe invented a different way for the clip to close or something like that. And that at the time this earring was made, or this pair of earrings was made, that patent had not yet been approved, so it was patent pending. So no one gets the credit for these pretty little vintage, very clearly vintage, leaf earrings. This is what they would look like on. A three-dimensional design. Those are really pretty. The measurement on them is 1 inch. And we'll just call them vintage leaf clip earrings. It'll be item number 36. And it looks like we have a match to this, what was it, bergère. Okay, this one is missing a little pearl right there, faux pearl. This one seems to have all of its pearls and stones. But since it looks, this is something special. I'm not going to put this in craft, even though it's missing that little pearl. I might come across a pearl. It might be in this bag, or someone might want to buy these and put the pearl on there. So I'm just going to make these item 37, the bergère vintage earrings. Oh, these are right next to each other. How pretty. little peridot looking rhinestones with amber looking. I don't think that's real amber, but let's make sure. No, that is not real amber. So faux amber and faux probably peridot. We're going to call it faux peridot and faux amber earrings. They're very, very pretty. I like the rich colors on those. Those are an inch long and about half an inch wide. Item 38, faux peridot, faux amber earrings. This looks like a watch band style bracelet. It is probably like a stainless steel. It is not silver, it's not sterling. It does say something right here though. China. This is what it looks like on. It has a nice weight to it. It feels nice on. Let's close it up and get a size on it. These videos get so long. I really do appreciate you sticking with me through it. 7 1/4 to 7 1/2 for this watch band style bracelet, and that's what we'll call it. Silver tone watch band bracelet, number 39. So I really appreciate you staying with me through this. I really enjoy doing this, and I enjoy sharing it with people who like this type of content. So thanks for joining me, and thanks for staying with me through it. See, this earring back has a mark. It says 925 Italy. So we'll set that aside. Here's a pretty little ring with little flowers. That is marked, yes. It says JCM. I don't know that maker. Let's see. It says a lot of things. It says JCM HMK stainless steel china. So this is a stainless steel ring with little flowers on it. It's, I think, just cut in the middle to look like it has little rhinestones. That's what it looks like. Let's get a size. It is a size 6. Stainless steel JCM flower ring, number 40. That's pretty. Little knot. It looks like, reminds me of the 80s. I don't see a mark on it, so we'll set that aside. Some things fell off the back of my board here. Some of it is some more of those red beads that have gone everywhere. Here's a little milkmaid with her churn. She might be sterling. Oh, she even has little shoes on the bottom. Look at that. So we'll test her. This is just gold toned plastic beads. That'll go to craft. It's a broken piece of bracelet. I'll go to craft. Look at that in just a minute. Oh, this little moon. We'll put him in craft. This has caught my eye. It's another one of those glass beads. This is pretty. It reminds me of J. Crew. Is there a maker on it? There is. Oh, it's going to be Loft. It is. It's Loft. And the reason I knew that was because I saw this little tiny stone right here at the bottom of the tag. Sometimes loft tags won't even say loft. It'll just have the little rhinestone right there at the bottom. So that's just a little tip for you. Okay, this is really pretty. It has these grayish colored pearls with these kind of greenish, yellowish colored stones and lavender stones and clear stones. That's really, really pretty. Let's see, the drop is 7 inches, but it's got an extender of about 3 more inches. Yes, so 7 to 10 inches drop. It has a nice weight to it. It's really pretty. Look at those colors. That's just really nice and feminine. It's big, but still looks kind of delicate in a way, I guess because of the colors. It's just really pretty. So we'll just say loft necklace number 41. Okay, here's another, oh, and there it is too. I was about to say another one without a match, but then I saw the match. These are little glass stones, gold tone earrings. So we'll say, I'll just call those faux jade. Faux jade earrings, number 42. Let me give you a size on them. They are about 1.5 inches long. Faux jade earrings. Those are pretty. So many pretty things. Okay. Here's the match to that one. These little knot earrings that are not marked. And they're small, about 1/2 inch, I would guess. Yes, about 1/2 inch across. So we'll say gold tone knot earrings, number 43. Here's something pretty. Oh, it's missing a stone right there. But they're otherwise very pretty. Let's go ahead and put those into, are they marked? No, nobody gets the credit for these. We'll put those into craft. This is a sweet little butterfly and, not butterfly, ladybug and flower. We'll see if it has a match. We'll see if this guy has a match. Little tiger eye or cat eye green stone. This is not going to be sterling. It doesn't feel like it. So we'll just see if we can find a match on that. Here's the match to that. Little smoky, faux smoky quartz. It needs a back. I'll put a back on it if someone wants to buy those. These are just some little studs, 1/2 inch across, faux smoky quartz earrings, number 44. Those are nice. Okay, and here's this. Just acrylic 80s style earrings that have some kind of mark on them. Okay, it says Bergère also. A much different style than the last Bergères, but these are Bergère also. So we'll say acrylic Bergère earrings, 45. Okay, here's a match to one. Those are pretty, like little snowflakes or starbursts. Let's call them starbursts. I don't see a mark on those. So those are just gold tone and silver tone and rhinestone. We'll just say that they, I'm just going to call those starburst earrings, number 46. And they are 1/2 inch across. Super cute. Starburst earrings, number 46. These have that Victorian look to them also. I doubt that's amber, but it never hurts to check. No, those are not amber. No maker that I can see. Let's look under the back. Nope, no maker on those. Those are pretty, so we'll say, goodness, what will we say? These are about 1.5 inches long. We'll just say Victorian style earrings, number 47. Another bead, some of these little silicone backs. I thought this was going to be a real piece of geode, but it is not. This is just plastic. It's a little plastic acrylic, which is good if you like that look, but you don't like that weight on your ears. Some people do not like that. So these are 3 inches long, and these are for you if you like that look and would like to wear that style, but real stone is just too heavy for you. These might be a good option, and I will put a back on that if you want to buy these. So we'll say faux geode earrings, number 48. Here's a chain that is not marked. It doesn't feel like sterling at all. It has the same, it feels like it's the same kind of metal as that that slinky chain that we looked at earlier. It's these box links. And the length on that is about 9 inches, and there's an extender that's about 1.5 inches long. It's in really nice condition with no wear, really. I see no wear at all on it. So I'll just say box link necklace, number 49. We're getting really close to the end. Okay, this is not going to be silver because of this. You can see where the silver tone is wearing away, if you can see that. But then also what you can see is there are two, let's come back out, there are two clasps, so you can actually completely remove an entire section. That makes this very adjustable as far as size goes. So you can completely take this part out to make the bracelet smaller, or it may be so that you can convert it from a bracelet to an anklet. But this is not silver because we can see that silver tone wearing away, which means these are not likely to be stones, so I'm just going to call that as being blue rhinestones. And with that extender in there, it is 8 3/4, and the extender is about another, adds about another inch to it. So, or if you took that extender out, it would probably be about 7 3/4. So we'll say silver tone blue rhinestone bracelet, number 50. These are acrylic beads, and it's really fun. I'm going to flip them over so they're all going the same direction. There. That's fun, and that's cute. let's see, the length on that is about 7 inches. And then you've got an extender that's another couple of inches long. And then the longest bead at the bottom is another 2 inches. But you have anywhere from about a 7 to a 9 inch opening for your neck in this necklace. That's really pretty. A red acrylic bead necklace. That will be number 51. And I found a match right here to this guy. I believe these are 1928, even though there's not a mark. I believe they are. Because they have that look. They've got some swirls on the back. They have almost no wear. I can just go ahead and say there's no wear. I see none. These look like they could have just come right off the card. Those are really pretty. And I'm just going to call them 1928 earrings. They're about 1.75 inches long. Gorgeous colors with the AB stones. Let's come in close on those. I lost some of my light. There we go. So those are really, really nice. Those will be number 52. 1928 earrings, which, disclaimer, they may not actually be, but I'm calling it that because they just have that look to me from what I know of 1928. Okay, here is a rhinestone tennis bracelet, the spring ring closure, no mark. The rhinestones are all there. None of them are dead stones, which a dead stone is like a rhinestone that like dirt or moisture or something has gotten behind it and it just has lost that luster and it looks kind of just not attractive anymore. So none of them are dead. It is a 7.5 inch measurement. That's really pretty. Rhinestone tennis bracelet number 53. And here's the other ladybug and flower. They have a good amount of wear on them. They're enameled. I'm going to actually just put those into craft. Another bead, and here's a back that probably goes on one of those earrings that didn't have one. Another bead. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy untangled. It's a delicate, probably sterling. It has a tag on it right there. Or not a tag, but it has a mark on the little closure. That big mess of tangle, I'm probably going to do that on a separate video because this one's reached past the hour mark. Oh my goodness, it's almost at an 1.5 hour mark, so I'm probably just going to have to call it and then finish this finish this haul in another video. Okay, this is broken. You can see right here it's broken, but it looks like it is stamped, and it is. '95 Italy, and it has a maker's mark that I would like to look up too. So I will do that. And then I'll get to this untangling and the metal testing in a separate video, but I will go ahead and finish the items that I have right here that are not tangled and do not require testing. See, here's a little huggy earring with a flower on it, and it has a mark. $9.25. The little pair of huggy earrings that are sterling silver. Those are really pretty. And this has a mark as well. Fossil stainless steel is what this is marked. So these neat hoops right here are fossil stainless steel. These are little huggy sterling earrings. The huggy earrings will be number 54. The fossil earrings will be 55. Oh, I'll give you a measurement. 1 inch. And they're really pretty. They've got this gold at the bottom. And then the part that goes through your ear is silver. I mean, it's stainless steel, but silver colored. And they have this type of closure where it goes through like that. And those are fossil, and those are really pretty. They don't have any wear on them at all. No, I don't see any scratches or anything. They look very polished. And let's see, we've got 2 more items. Well, I thought 2. We've got a match here. Green cat eye earrings. Number 56. Those are really small. A 1/4 inch across. But they're really pretty. Silver tone, number 56, cat eye silver tone earrings. And we're going to wrap this up after I do this necklace and that leather necklace. And then we'll do the gems and the testing in a separate video. Okay. This is a Greek key style design. Really pretty. Gunmetal. The drop is 7.5, and then it hangs down to about 9.25. But the part that goes around your neck, the drop, is 7.5, and then you've got about a 2-inch extender, and that's really pretty. Greek key gunmetal necklace, number 57. And last in this video, we will finish this in another video, is this hoop pendant with a leather cord, and it is adjustable like that. And you have this silver tone ring pendant on the bottom. The ring pendant has a little bit of wear, maybe. No, it can be polished. That's just stuff that's on it. It's not wear. Okay, and the drop on that is 11 inches. So we'll say silver tone circle pendant, number 58. Okay, and we did find, or I did find, the match to that kind of dandelion earring, but we'll put that together with the metals to be tested. And then there's this little bag as well. And so we'll do our gemstone testing, our untangling, and our metal testing. And there are a couple of other little bags I didn't get to. So I'll do these items all in a separate video. So stay tuned. And again, thank you for hanging in there with me, if you did, for this entire more than an hour and a half. I really, really appreciate it. If you did like the content, long though it was, please consider giving me a like and a share and subscribing. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. And give me a comment or two. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what I can maybe do better. If you want to purchase anything from the video, remember that you can email me at SkeeterJonesThings@gmail.com. You can include the video name, or you should include the video name, the item number, and a brief description, and your PayPal email address. Here are some things to keep in mind, and I appreciate again you joining me for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!